Hi, welcome to the video tutorial for the 12th Let's Think Secondary Science lesson that is all about probability. And the working title of the lesson is What are the chances of that? And coincidentally, the first illustration, which is called 1 in 100 years, about the recent floods, as I said last night on the television, they were reporting the 1 in 100 year floods in Bosnia. Terrible flooding in the country, but we use these probabilistic terms in everyday language all the time without actually finding out how much do the students understand. So what I'll do is I'll run through very quickly the lesson, because it's quite a simple lesson. We'll run through the lesson and then I'll talk in detail about the probability, the understanding of probability, the reasoning pattern that we're accessing in this lesson. So really this is just a starter. What does 1 in 100 years mean? Might it not happen for 100 years? Just let the children open up and talk. But then it quickly moves on to a bit of a challenge, where we called it heads or tails. And the students simply throw coins. So have 2 coins. Often it works best in a cup. So they throw the coins, or 1 coin, doesn't really matter, and they write down if they get heads or tails. Because you've introduced them to a character, an uncle, a relative. I mean, in the notes we call it Phil, it can be another member of staff. But the idea is that Phil tries to win money because he has a weighted coin that comes up heads more often than it should. And so what you do, quite sneakily, is you tell the children in the class there is 1 or more weighted coins. And can we work out which group have got it? So the students just throw the coin as many times as they can in 5 minutes and 6 minutes and write down whether they get heads or tails, and then they can go around and see who's got the weighted coin. And that, I mean, that's unpredictable because you don't know which group it'll be, and they assume it's there. So that is a really interesting challenge, which I'll talk about in a little bit. The next activity just involves the students throwing 3 dice. And it's to explore the chances. Is it easy to get double 6 or is it easy to get 10? Get the students to predict that at first and then throw the dice and see. And start to work out and touch upon the fact that it's easier to get a 10 because there are 2 different combinations of numbers that will give you 10, but only 1 that will give you double 6. How the students say that is quite interesting, and you might need to talk to your maths colleague, because there is an interesting maths lesson called 3 dice where they take that a step further, looking at both combinations and permutations. And the final activity is like a plenary to bring it all together, which is us thinking about, does lightning strike twice? And you can tell them a tale of an unlucky person in America who was hit many times. To bring it all together and to really find out what the students know, we've got a Talking Heads cartoon, which is all based around an understanding of a treatment. So there's a character saying, this new treatment gives us 70% chance of a full cure. One of them saying, well, I think that's no better thing than tossing a coin. The other character saying, I wonder how good the old treatment was. And the final character saying, I wonder what would happen if there was no treatment at all. So very thought-provoking questions to get the students to think about and discuss the impact of probability in their everyday lives.